Good morning, Your Honor. Mike Joe Crawford representing Mr. Mercer.
Mr. Mercer, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Detective Cerna, Whittier Police Department. My partner is grabbing him out of the cell right now as we speak.
Sorry, okay. My apology. I didn't know he was in custody. I thought he was here. That's my fault. Are you here on this one with Mr. Haitian? Yes. Let's do that one first. People against Daniel Timothy Lopes, 26I700547. And I'm told that I was just told by my judicial clerk that the victim is online. Mr. Haitian, your appearance?
Your Honor, good morning to you, the staff. Vincent Haitian, P76506, with and on behalf of Mr. Lopes, who's president to my left.
Good morning to you. Your name?
Detective Constantine Secretaries with Grosse Hill Township Police Department.
Sir, your name?
Daniel Lopes.
All right, so this is the charge of assault with intent to do great bodily harm and aggravated assault. For purposes of arraignment, Mr. Haitian.
Wait forward and stand by my lead, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm going to advise you of your rights. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you do say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to be represented by a lawyer not only today, but your lawyer at all subsequent court proceedings. And also, if you ever choose to submit to questioning with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by your lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You also have the right to a probable cause conference on the felony charge. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. If there's no resolution, we'll proceed to the preliminary exam. At the preliminary examination, as the count one, they have to...
Welcome, legal enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a courtroom battle that could have far-reaching consequences. A simple push or something more. Is this assault or an overcharge? Stick around as we unpack every twist and turn in this high-stakes case. From shocking video footage to a courtroom full of tension, we're about to reveal some serious surprises. Stay with us. This is one you won't want to miss.
Show that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. If they fail to prove that, then the case would be dismissed and you would be discharged. At least that count. You have a second count, a misdemeanor, that's a 1 year, but you don't have any right to an exam. Do you understand what I said? Or
Yes, Your Honor.
it's kind of jumbled. If you need me to repeat it, I will.
We've gone through it, Your Honor.
Okay, good enough. Let's see here. Probable cause conference. Heather, I don't know if I have one here.
You know what, Judge? I don't think we did. So let me get you. It looks like that would be February 10th.
Yeah, and then the 17th, right?
Yes, and that'll be at 9:15.
The PCC?
Yes.
And the exam at...
That will be, let me get to her 17th here, at 11:30.
Okay, so Mr. Haitian, we're going to give you February 10th at 9:15. That's in front of Judge Hessen.
That'll be Zoom hearing for the problem.
Yes. And then the preliminary exam, obviously in person, that'll be at 11:30 on February 17th.
Well, if that's bad.
Okay, now, so that's where we are, and I'm going to let you address bond. And where's the victim? Are you the victim, Mr. Caruth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to let the lawyer address bond, the detective, and I'll listen to what you have to say before I set the bond. Okay, can you tell me your name?
Eric Caruth.
All right, just bear with me 1 second. And by the way, before we go on, has he been printed yet?
No, yet.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. Haitian.
Your Honor, my client is 37 years of age, originally from the Massachusetts area, with school at Penn State, eventually matriculated to Michigan. He has been a Roseau resident for the past nearly 5 years, where he lives with his wife and 2 children. He is the next door neighbor to Mr. Caruth, so we aren't objecting to any type of no contact order. In fact, we understand that there is going to be a no contact order. I just want the court to be aware that my client, by the nature of his living situation, is going to be in some sense of proximity towards Mr. Caruth. However, he understands he's not to speak to him, contact him, or have any contact with any of his associates, third party or otherwise. I want to indicate that he is currently a vice president at Loan Depot. He's held that position for more than 8 years.
Loan Depot?
Loan Depot, yes.
Okay.
He's in the mortgage industry. properly licensed. He is here with retained counsel. We've been in contact with law enforcement for months on this file. This was not a surprise that this proceeding ended up taking place to the extent that it's happening right now and that we're aware that we need to be in court. However, there were significant strides made in an attempt to resolve these matters. Prior to coming in today, we're here as it stands. I want to indicate as it pertains to, not to dive into a full factual analysis of this, but it pertains to the facts of this case, Your Honor, and I don't say this lightly. This is one of the more significant overcharges that I can imagine seeing in my 15-year career in law. I don't say that lightly before this court. The sum and substance of this, and I've seen video in this case, revolves around a mutual stepping outside at a establishment in Groseal between these two gentlemen. And what I can gather,
What establishment was it?
this was at Lloyd's.
Okay.
And from what I can establish, is a one push incident where Mr. Pruth ends up falling back, and I can only understand it to be that he believes that he was injured as a result of this. And the prosecutor took a look at some injuries or alleged injuries and made a decision on that basis. But I just want to be clear that the conduct alleged in here is on video, and I've seen this video. And as an officer of the court, I'm representing the court. My understanding of that video is a single solitary push. Not to say anything beyond that. That is my understanding of it. With that said, the fact that my client has no criminal history, is college educated, has all of his ties, meaningful ties within this community, is here and is cooperating with law enforcement, has retained counsel. He has no desire or necessity, frankly, to flee the jurisdiction. My position would be that a high personal bond, a high reconnaissance bond, is appropriate with no contact provisions, Your Honor.
Now, let's break this down. The defendant, Mr. Lopez, is facing some serious allegations. But here's the thing. The prosecutor is relying heavily on alleged injuries, while the defense attorney is arguing that what we're looking at is a simple push, nothing more. The defense has even brought up video footage, claiming that the victim, Mr. Kuth, walked away from the incident, finished his meal, and later went about his day like nothing happened. So, is it a case of exaggerated injuries, or are we looking at a much more serious crime? This is where the legal battle really begins.
I would also note, and to the extent that this is germane, that there was a money demand made on behalf of this victim, where he proffered a potential exchange of the dismissal of criminal charges. So whatever value that is, or I think it's important to note for the record as to what the motive of this particular victim might be.
Tell me what happened. I don't know if I did this signing on record. I didn't do this, did I? No, I wasn't
It's
here.
actually Detective Delpiez's case, and I'm just filling in for her.
Well, if it was done on the 23rd, I wasn't here. Tell me about it. What happened?
This is, I don't want to say it's a neighbor dispute that started with some fence line, a tree, pool filter that escalated to somehow both families ended up at Lloyd's with some type of conversation in the building. And then ultimately our victim and Mr. Lopes ended up outside is where the altercation happened. He is correct. It is captured on video.
Well, what kind of injuries did the victim have? I'm going to ask him in a second, but I'd like to know.
Your Honor. Like I said, it's just, I came in to do a totally different case to sign on the record. That's why I'm dressed the way I am.
What happened, Mr. Caruth? You're free to, I trust that you're going to address the court. That's why you showed up. You're free to tell me what you'd like to say.
My injuries, I had to have my ACL replaced and my meniscus, had a bucket handle tear of the meniscus and a impact fracture of the tibia. So I had to have 20% of my meniscus removed and then an ACL replaced.
Coincidentally, I just want, of course, to be aware that despite these purported injuries, Mr. Cruz did walk into the bar, finish his meal. This is, again, on tape. I've seen this tape. Finished his meal, walked back in with my client. My client was not attacking him or otherwise. They sat down. My client left. Mr. Cruz finished his meal with his wife, eventually left the bar. And we have video, this will come out during the examination, of him up and down his boat ladder within days of this incident.
Do you have the police report with you?
I do not.
So you, yeah, they
I
got,
apologize for not being prepared like copies.
They got to send that to you. I mean, I don't want to play a guessing game here. I'm getting two entirely different stories. How much does your client make?
My client makes me, it's over 6 figures per year.
What are you asking for?
Discretion of the court.
Did he push you down, sir? Is that what happened? You don't
He
have to
punched
be,
me.
pardon?
He punched me twice and then shoved me down to the ground.
10,000, 10%. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. What is your address, Mr. Caruth?
8675 Cadillac Circle.
All right. No contact with Eric Caruth. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with him in any way. You're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses at all except through your lawyer. You're not to enter the property address at Lloyd's at 8961 Macomb in Grosse Ile or at 8675 Cadillac in Grosse Ile. No firearms, no dangerous weapons. You do have to go over, so you cannot possess dangerous weapons or firearms. If you have any, you have to surrender those to Grosse Ile Police Department by 1 today. You also have to go to the Grosse Ile Police Department and be fingerprinted and photographed by 1 o'clock today, January 30th. Okay?
Judge, I just one other aspect of bond. I understand that for me in the state of Michigan, he does have a 3-day
When is that?
personal trip from the 9th of February through, excuse me, let me just pull my dates up. That would be from the 5th of February through the 9th. He would be in San Francisco.
Okay. You can leave the state to go to San Francisco between February 5th and February 9th.
Thank you.
Okay? What is it with all the Grosse Ile boundary disputes? I've never seen anything like this. It's crazy.
This is
I don't want to say, it's just, all right. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Caruth. So you understand the dates, correct, sir?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Good luck. Good luck to you as well. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cherokee, Kathy, Myers, Jen, is this the one I called? 25W8391156, or did I call the other one, Detective? My apology. Gregory Mercer III, 248-34840. Mr. Mercer, your name?
Gregory Mercer III.
If you can't, I'm going to give you February the 4th.
Your Honor, my client can post.
Can't?
He can. He's able to post, be able to post today to the ATM or.
We got one right down the hall. Go down the hall, get your money, post your bond, comply with your bond. If you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you'll have to fill.
Hold up. Let's talk about the emotional weight of this case. The victim, Mr. Kuth, is claiming severe injuries, but the defense is challenging the severity, pointing to the fact that he was able to go back inside, finish his meal, and even use a boat ladder days after the incident. If these injuries were as bad as claimed, why didn't he seek immediate medical help? Is this a case of an overreaction or a calculated attempt to make the defendant seem guilty? The court's about to decide, but we want to hear from you. What do you think really happened here?
A lot of petition for one. You're a pipe fitter?
Yes.
How much do you make?
Not much this year. I've been.
How much do you make?
An hour and I'm sorry, it changes every year. Let's just say 18,000.
All right, so I'm not going to appoint you a lawyer on a drive while suspended. So you're going to have to go. You're going to have to go out and hire your own lawyer if you want a lawyer. Okay. All right. Good luck. You'll go down
Judge?
the hall. You'll get your notice. Yes.
I didn't hear the first part. I was muted in the courtroom. Could you give me the date and time, please?
Sure. And that was my fault. I kind of slipped through that. February 18th at 10 o'clock in the morning. So John, you're going to have to
thank
walk
you.
out with him. He's going to have to get his bond. And we'll go from there, okay? We got an ATM here is what I'm trying to tell you nicely.
No, I understand that. The amount I was curious.
$200.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Gregory Mercer Light III. Yeah. Gregory Mercer III, 24W834-840. John Patrick Perry, 26I-701030. Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Thank you. Your appearance?
Chief Epic from the PTAC, here's Roseville Township.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirm and the penalties of perjury. The testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you guide.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
You know what? You could probably do this one down the hall. I'll take it. It's just in the future.
yeah,
Go ahead.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. On Monday, December 8th, 2025 at approximately 3:07 PM, Officer Canterbury was operating stationary radar east side of Meridian near Meridian Elementary School. Radar was in stationary mode. He observed a gold colored 2012 Ford Escape, Michigan registration, BYW 3193, driving at a high rate of speed. Radar gave it an indication of 53 miles per hour with a consistent tone and a 35-mile-an-hour zone. Canterbury followed the vehicle, which was disregarding the police lights and sirens, up East River, and eventually came to a stop at McColeman East River. Patrolman Canterbury made contact with the jet driver, who was the sole occupant. It was John Patrick Perry. While speaking with Mr. Perry, he noticed glassy eyes, watery eye, washed cheeks. During the conversation, Mr. Perry did admit to having 1 to 2 drinks that day. Knowing that Mr. Perry has a warrant for his arrest on Hillsville Township for a misdemeanor OWI, Mr. Perry was placed under arrest for the warrant, and it was decided to conduct standardized field sobriety test, safety of the booking area of Hillsville PD. Mr. Perry failed the horizontal gaze. He also failed the column test. He also failed to pick a number between 10 and 12. He also could not perform a finger to nose test. Mr. Perry was read his preliminary breath test rates, which gave a result of 0.16. Patrolman Canterbury then read the chemical test rates from the DI 177. The test results on the toxilizer 9000 were 0.13 grams of alcohol per 210 liters of breath. Test number 1, test number 2 was 0.13 grams of alcohol per 210 liters of breath. All results were entered in lean.
That's good. Based on your sworn testimony, I find that crime OWI was committed. There's probable cause to believe it was committed by the defendant. I'm going to ask you to sign this. I know you signed it on the 27th,
Yes.
but I waited that out since we're doing the signing on record today. I'll just ask you to sign the complaint there. And there is, again, probable cause to believe that the crime of OWI, excuse me, OWI was committed. Probable cause to believe the crime was committed by the defendant and authorized the issuance of the complaint and the warrant. So
This case has all the elements of a legal thriller. Shocking video footage, conflicting stories, and high stakes. But the big question remains, will Mr. Lopez be able to dodge these charges, or will the weight of the evidence push him over the edge? The judge's ruling could change everything. If you're as hooked as we are, make sure to like, comment, and share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more courtroom breakdowns. We'll be back with more intense legal drama. Stay tuned.